Hey boys and girls, it's Miss Lauver, and today I'm going to be reviewing Module 1, Lesson 2 problems at an exit ticket, and I will go ahead and get y'all set up. Remember that we're still working on our multiplication. We're working on arrays now, and remember that arrays are just a fancy way of saying that you're drawing pictures with rows, which go side to side, and columns, which go up and down. So rows, columns. And I will show you how to do the first question on the very front page, because if you can do the first question, you can do all 4 of these. All right, so question number 1 says, use the array below to answer each set of questions. So each one has 2 questions with it. So it says, how many rows of cars are there? Remember that rows go side to side, so we're going to count our rows. I like to cross them out, that way I just know. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many rows of cars are there? 4. There are 4 rows. That's pretty easy. All right, so the second question for part 1 says, how many cars are in each row? Now, each row does not mean how many cars do we have all together. Each row means that we only want to count 1 row. And to make it easier, I count the first row only. So how many do we have in each row? 1, 2. We have 2 cars in each row. Now, if I wanted to do a multiplication sentence here for this question, because you have to do it down here in the bottom, you would take these 2 numbers, so you have 4 rows times 2 cars in each row, so there's 4 rows with 2 cars in each row, equals, and then you would count all the cars that you have. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 times 2 is 8. All right, so questions 2, 3, and 4 are asking for these same exact things. You have to find the number of rows or how many are in each row, and then you would do your multiplication sentence, okay? So on the back side of your problem set today, you have 3 more questions. Question number 5, the picture's already given to you. It says the dots below show 2 groups of 5. So you have 2 groups of 5 right here. Your job for part A is to actually redraw your own picture, but you have to do it in 2 rows of 5. So you would draw 2 rows of 5 to represent this picture. And then you would compare your array and this picture and tell me what is at least one reason, something that's the same about your picture in this one, and then something that's different about your picture in this one. So questions 6 and 7 are word problems. I'll go ahead and read them for y'all. So number 6 says, Emma collects rocks. She arranges them in 4 rows of 3. That's going to be a key words right here. So your job is to draw Emma's array to show how many rocks she has all together, and then you would write a multiplication equation to describe the array. So you would draw 4 rows of 3, and then the corresponding multiplication problem that goes along with it. You're going to do the same thing down here for question number 7, which reads, Joshua organizes cans of food into an array. He thinks, my cans show 5 times 3. So this time you would have to draw his array. So this one gives you the number of rows. This one does not. So you have to draw this into an array and to find out the total number of cans that he organizes. All right, so that's it for your problem set. It's pretty easy. And the very last thing for your classwork today is going to be your exit ticket. It's only 2 questions again. In question number 1, you have to figure out how many stars are in each row. Remember, each is the important keyword here. Go back to the beginning of the video to remember what each means. And then you would also need to write a multiplication sentence that goes along with this picture. Question number 2 is going to be your word problem here. And it reads, Judy collects seashells. She arranges them in 3 rows of 6. Draw Judy's array to show how many seashells she has all together. Then write a multiplication equation to describe the array. Remember to go back into your word problem and underline the key parts. Underline the number of groups, the number of rows, and write down, and then you're going to circle what you're asked to do, which in this case, you're going to write a multiplication equation to describe your picture. All right, guys, I hope this helped you all, and I will see you soon. Bye.